Is there another light around here? Well, it's done tumped over, but it's still there. Samantha Greenbrier. Dear Samantha, congratulations. I am pleased to inform you of your admission to the creative writing track of the Reed College Summer Program for Young Scholars. Oh, good. She made it in. Based on your portfolio, blah, 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 75%. Attached documentation delineates your schedule. Please remember to submit the attached form if you wish to be eligible for other stuff, blah, blah, blah. We very much look forward to your attendance. Oh, good job.
I'm so stupid sometimes. I was telling Lonnie that I got into my college summer program thing, and I was all making plans like, you should come visit me, stay in my dorm room. But she said, Sam, I ship out on June 6th. I was like, ship out? To where? She said, to basic training.
She's
what
in
did
the
you
military.
think I was doing all that ROTC stuff for?
Oh.
I guess she's been planning to join the army right after high school since she was like 12. And I guess she's really going to do it. So I was like, after graduation, I'm just never going to see you again?
You can see her again?
She said, let's just have fun while we can.
Oh no. You guys could meet up later. The basic training isn't forever, it's only 9 weeks. Oh. Oh jeez. Oh, come on. Game, why you gotta do this to me? I'm having so many emotions. Choice. A complete understanding. Oh, well, I don't know what that's about. Richard Greenbrier. Oh, what's that? I saw something. Mason's Pharmacy Soda Fountain welcomes Boone County youngsters. So, he... Okay, he had a soda fountain. Something stuck to it. Dear Terrence, thank you for sending along a copy of your newly published book. An author's first published manuscript is a momentous occasion. I read it this afternoon. I certainly recognize my son in the subject matter. An author's work is the externalization of that which he holds dear, and that which he fears. And in this respect, I believe your work was successful. But the lens through which the personal shone was needlessly clouded by genre cliches and implausible dime-store science-fictional Deus ex machina. Should there be Deus ex machina? I guess plural. The great authors speak of their life's milieu as clear and honest tone. In clear and honest tones, the lens crystal that refracts their thoughts without distortion. I congratulate you on surviving the great ordeal that is publication, and rest assured that readers of your chosen genre will lap up copies hungrily, but I urge you to shed artifice. You can do better. Huh. Is that why his face is torn out? Because he's like, yeah, okay, I could see it was you writing it, but also it was terrible. Is there anything in here? Oh, there's something. Gold heart pendant, 2 halves. Oh, yep, they're gonna get the 2 halves. I hope that everything works out for them. Maybe they bought those pendants and then they, you know, each of them kept one and they think about each other all the time and they're going to meet up again later. Oh. Oh, she's from Canada. I see. Okay. Huh. Oh, I didn't mean to crouch, but okay. Oop, I don't need that. I'll wait for that room. Do this room. Oh, a lot of newspaper. This is looking like an episode of Hoarders. Oh, something. Okay. Mason's Pharmacy changes hands. The shoppers of Main Street were surprised today at the announcement that Mason's Pharmacy would change ownership. So... So is that when it became my uncle's? Probably so. Oh, secret passage. Or maybe not so secret, because it's on the map. Hey Sam, I'm writing to you from Multnomah Falls? I'm here on a stupid class trip, which is stupid because it's March and I don't know if anyone running the school has been to Oregon. Oregon. To Oregon. But it's cold and rainy as shit in March. Wish you were here. Oh wait, you are here because I'm writing this to you in the gift shop. Oh shit, love you. Oh no, here you come. Oh, I thought it was love you. So it's, from Lonnie.
They tell you to stick with the group on field trips, Katie. There's a reason for that. Lonnie and I snuck off on the side paths at Multnomah Falls and got a little lost. Okay, a lot lost. Like, for hours. Right before the bus left, we found a trail and came running down the path, soaked and covered in mud, shouting for the bus not to leave. The school called home. Mom and Dad said, "You didn't get into trouble like this before you met that Lonnie girl." But I don't think they know about us. The kids at school, though, I'm really afraid that's a whole other story. Stick with the group, Katie. Stick with the group.
Poor Sam. Oh my god, really? I know what you're going through, Sam. Oh, I feel it. What's down here in the creepy hallway? Where does this go? I'm going to a different floor now. Okay. Maybe I should have gone to that other room, because unless this is a one-way kind of thing, I don't know, I'll figure it out. Costumes, skeletons and devils, cheerleaders from the Smells Like Teen Spirit video, one girl dressed as Jackie Kennedy. Psycho House Girl, the coolest stuff about being the Psycho House Girl. Cool thing number one, everybody in the hall thinking you don't know they're looking at you and whispering as you walk past because I guess they haven't heard of Peripheral. That's a lie to Mom and Dad's situation, but it was so worth it. The girls on stage were just so loud and real and awesome, and everybody was moving together like one huge tide of sound. So this must be a while back. This is when they went on their trip to see the music. Women outlaws. This'll show ya who runs things round this joint. She's tougher than a wild Mustang. No female's gonna tell me. Yeah. So, this one's for you, Grossman. So that must be them as Captain Allegra and the first mate. What is all this? Kicking against the patriarchy, the great Goodfellow riot of 95. So, what is this? Did, like, she make her own comic or something? Or did they just copy that? Heard enough, had enough, ready to join the revolution and take a stand against Grossman and the patriarchy. Who's Grossman? Stand up. Captain A. Revolution Girl. Maybe you just want more cool zines or maybe even mixtapes. Send us your missives from the Girl Riot Underground. Huh, so they're making their own, like, lesbian comic thing? Girl Justice Now. Dear Miss Greenbrier, I appreciate the time and effort you put into writing your letter. It showed initiative and was well written, but it does not change my mind on this matter. While I understand that Miss DeSoto is a friend of yours, the fact of the matter is that she defaced school property with profanity. The fact that she allegedly defaced her own locker in retaliation for another student doing the same to yours is immaterial. As to your complaint that no other student has been punished for their part in this incident, The fact is that no guilty party has come forward, and there has been no convincing evidence as to who might have defaced your locker. In other words, there is no one to punish. I would suggest letting this issue drop, as it will only bring more unwanted attention on yourself, which I believe is what you claim began the whole incident in the first place. Ah, I see. That's Mr. Grossman.
I don't get Lonnie sometimes. Like, her band, and our zine, and her hair, and everything are all anti-authority. But I watch her in JROTC, and she's doing drills in perfect formation, following orders, no question. And there's all this stuff in the news about don't ask, don't tell. Like, she's going to join the army and then have to lie about who she is. She said they don't need to know what they don't need to know. Like it was no big deal. This from the girl who trashed her locker to, like, defend my honor. I've learned when to stop arguing, though. I don't think Lonnie even gets Lonnie sometimes.
Also, again, like, the whole don't ask, don't tell thing, that was my life. Alright, more loud music. I knew it would be music, but I just wanted to do it just cuz. Is this... oh, okay. Does that light come on? Yeah. And that is... oh, this room was locked, wasn't it? Does that say Guardian Angels up above, bless this house with lots of love? Okay, I need to run back and see what the other rooms were about, because I hate leaving things undone. So there was that other small room back down here. I gotta run back and see. God, I really should have just done this one first. Does this even work? Nope. Can't look at any of those. So I actually did end up missing a letter right here, and I found this out after I finished the game, so as I'm playing I won't have this bit of information, but it's not really super important, but I wanted to go back and at least share it because it is, you know, a bit of insight into the characters in the game. So whenever you pick this up, normally in the game you can only try to read it once, and then Katie will never let you try again because she doesn't want to read the rest of this letter. So the letter says, "It's like a drug. The first time I was in my room in the middle of the night, I woke up and Lonnie was kissing me. The clock said 3:13. Her face was spectral in its dim red light, then I could only feel her. It was different than any time I'd done it myself. My head was swimming, I felt disembodied, transported bodily, like being caught in a powerful current, having no control and wanting none. It broke, and I didn't want anything but it again, like a drug. Strategy, sleepovers are good, but there have been close calls. The basement is good, but cold and smells. The car is good, but riskier still and cramped. Someday we won't have to sneak around anymore." Yolanda de Soto, care of Hector and Maria de Soto, to Miss Samantha Greenbrier. Oh, from Mexico. Dear Sam, today's Spanish lesson, fly hubcap. Why hubcap? I'm so happy you liked the drawing. I was thinking of us when I drew it. I knew you'd be able to tell. You'd love Mexico, I think, probably. The nature here is totally different than back home. I keep thinking about Allegra and the first mate lost on a mysterious island where even the plants are out to get them, and then I think of them together out there in the wilderness together, and I start thinking of you again. I lie here in bed, and I can almost feel you. I've been trying to save it up for when we're together again. I haven't done a good job, okay, but I tried. Okay, enough of... Okay, enough about that. Your last letter got to me the day before we start driving back north. We'll be racing this letter home. If I get home first, we can read it together. And yes, I'm taking tons of photos. We'll have to spend so much time in the dark room. Ooh, Lonnie. 2 or more. X-ray specs. Girl Scout, the band formerly known as Cub Scout set list. Okay.
Todd's band lost their singer. Todd said he sucked. Lonnie said he got sick of Todd's shit, and he was complaining about needing a new singer. So Lonnie was like, I can sing. And they were all kind of like, you can? And she was like, probably. But she's been rehearsing with them for like a week now. And I finally got to see them play in Todd's basement today. And she's actually really amazing. I feel so proud when she's on stage. It's incredible being in awe of someone you love. So everybody knows it's like a temporary situation till she ships out in June. But till then, I'm gonna be at every single show.
Oh my god. Emotions. Oh, it doesn't work. And now the jump scare. Oh, there's something on the floor there. Take it outside in the light. What's the order this month? 2 cases brandy, 2 cases rum, 1 barrel whiskey. Governor remains very pleased with enforcement in Boone County. Believe this arrangement shall hold for some time. This really was like a speakeasy, wasn't it? Is there like a secret? Like that looks like it's gonna open. That must open, come on. Although I can't see it on here. And I need a combination. Is it on here maybe? Secretly? No, can't spin it around or anything. Oh, shit. Whoops. These have nothing to do with it, I'm sure. So that part on the wall was indeed important. Actually, that year in 1963 has a very big importance to Oscar, who was the owner of this house. So these were, well, that was the year when Terry stopped visiting his uncle Oscar, because as you can see if you open up the safe, there are some things inside which are very suspect. You can see some bottles of alcohol, some things that look like probably drugs, and there is a letter inside, which is from Oscar and sent to his sister Mary, which would have been Terry's mother. She never opened it, instead crossed out and said return to sender. But inside this, the letter says, Dear sister, I write what shall be my last appeal to go unanswered, one way or the other. I feel a prisoner, as on an island, with no jailer, no human soul for commune, only my one mind, examining itself endlessly searching for relief. In the years since transgression, I have sought no absolution, only bare forgiveness. In good faith, I have removed myself from all temptation, sacrificed to prove my commitment, however I can imagine. Since Mother's passing, I have yearned for nothing more than the acknowledgement of my own kin, to be treated as human again, to breathe the air of human spirit once more. By grace, even a wretch like me could be saved, but I do not expect it. If no response is received, I shall henceforth accept my sentence, and one day simply cease to be. With a brother's love, always, Oscar Mason. So this letter will be even more clear if you found the secret compartment in Terry's desk, which has yet another letter inside. Dear Terence, I write on what I hope and imagine is a joyous occasion. News reaches me that you are newly married to a wonderful young woman. I have had more than a little time to consider my past and my family, and my thoughts have often lingered on your development and welfare in the 10 years since we last met. Your marriage gives me much reassurance in this regard. You are always welcome on Arbor Hill. And then the letter is cut and says, I will understand something if you feel you can, and accept this invitation. Yours very sincerely, Oscar Mason. What seems to be clear from the letters, and from the year when Terry stopped visiting, and the toy left in the dark, is that Oscar may have been abusing Terry at one point, which is why he's trying so hard to seek forgiveness about the crime that he committed, the as he called it, the temptation or the transgression. So he, shortly after this, if you look at the time frame when he sold his pharmacy, this happened in 1965, so a couple years after that, he basically hermited himself and lived there in his house for the rest of his life, then leaving it to his nephew in the hopes of maybe seeking some kind of forgiveness or some absolution for himself. So without this safe, you really can't understand the history of Terry or Oscar or any of that. It's a huge portion of the story, and I'm really kind of upset that I missed it when I was actually playing.